Hey, welcome to video number 193. I'll walk her this way with Hazel Walker, the queen of all things.
BNI and networking.
I
And
am
anything else you want to know.
I want to know everything, but not too much of everything. I am Mark Simmons. Hazel Walker, you're getting ready to go off for a little bit on a vacation, cause some trouble.
I am meeting up with 4 powerhouse franchise owners in Alabama.
Yeah.
And we're going to Bug Tussle, Alabama.
Bug Tussle, Alabama. Lock your doors. Turn off your lights. If somebody knocks, don't answer the door. It's going to be Hazel and her crew. Just keep going to the lake. Keep going to the lake.
We're going to be planning stuff.
Yeah. That's good. So speaking of planning, this is a good segue. Speaking of planning, I did a workshop this morning at a chapter, and they're actually a good chapter. They're doing really well. We did about the power of one, not that it needs to save them, but this time was, well, let's go to the next level. What do we need to now to go bump up? Because they're nailing the foundation pieces. And one of the key pieces we talked about was visitor days. So what does now planning the visitor days? Because now's the right time to plan it.
What chapter was this?
It wasn't your chapter.
Yeah, but let's give them a little plug.
That's BNI Destiny.
BNI Destiny.
BNI Destiny is on a great destiny. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And what's great about BNI Destiny, they're one of those chapters, that up and down but challenged, but they're doing really well, and it was great. So, the piece about visitors and how to invite and all those kinds of things. But this is now an amazing time, now that we're winding down summer-ish, let's get back in the swing of things and start planning and the 6-week lead up to visitor days. Now's the right time.
It is the right time, and I'm feeling a lot of excitement here in Indiana. I think we've got 6 visitor days, really qualified, good visitor days here in Indianapolis, which we haven't had a visitor day in 2 years. Like, we haven't really had any visitor days. They've had little tiny visitor things where they've invited people, but I spoke at one yesterday. Well, you remember we wrote the whole manual on how to put a visitor day together.
Right.
We gave them all of the resources, are all on one lead page. So I've been sending that out to the chapters going, if you're planning one, go here and pull this stuff off. And so the one I spoke at yesterday, they did just that. I mean, they used our interest postcard that says, I'm ready, I have questions, I'm unable, I'm not interested. And they even went so far as on the bottom, they put, you have to fill this out and turn it in for a $20 gift card.
Right.
And they gave away 5 $20 gift cards, right? So and I asked them, I said, they had their newsletter out and all of this stuff was laying out there. So it was pretty well branded. And I said, wow, this is like one of your best visitor days I've ever seen. Like, y'all did a really good job. And they said, well, we just followed that checklist, that whole process that you have on the lead. We just did all that. Yeah. And it was really good. And they were really excited because they were a chapter who have always been in really good shape. They're one of the chapters that they say we're only looking for the best, and they interview hard and they set expectations, but they lost a couple members to COVID. Through COVID, one member passed away and some other members just left. And so they kind of did this, as many of our chapters have. So they were really excited. They had 26 visitors and they were really, really excited. And you could feel the members' excitement.
Right. Like
that excitement is back. And that's part of one of the values of doing a great visitor day, because you're always on your best behavior, right? Everybody's like spot on. I mean, it was 2 hours impeccably done. And the benefit to the chapter is that energy. The benefit to the chapter is you now have 26 people who know you're here. 26 people that are walking around with your business cards and your newsletter, 26 people who can buy from you and who can refer to you, even if they never put an application in. But pride in your chapter. You've got pride in your chapter again. Like you were proud to show that off. And they just, you could feel that energy, and it was very, very exciting with them. It also is good for the franchise because when there's a lot of visitor days going on, there's energy in the community, and the community is starting to talk. And when the community starts to talk about, oh, I was at this event, blah, 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 you start finding it easier to get visitors.
Right.
And start new chapters and things like that too. So it's good for everybody. Even if it's really good for everybody when they really run the process and
Yeah.
they put time, money, and effort behind it.
Mhm.
That's when it's good. I've always thought visitor days are kind of like penicillin. If you use it, antibiotics, if you use it all the way you're supposed to, you are healthy again.
Mhm.
But if you constantly only use part of it, over time it stops working. And when you do a poor visitors event and you do that repeatedly, the members go, we tried it, it didn't work.
Right.
And so they become immune to it, kind of like you do an antibiotic.
Yeah.
So that's why I really say to them, at least twice a year, do a really good, follow the system, focused 6 to 8 week, do it well.
Yeah.
And then
So-
do something else once a quarter.
So you bring up a good point about just like the BNI system, there's a system in place already. You don't have to rethink it for how to have an amazing visitors day. And it's the 6 or 8 week lead up to a visitors day. It covers everything. We have a landing page for it as well. But it's not, here's some suggestions or some
No, it's-
ideas you can try out. It's here's the plan. Like just follow the plan. Check
This
all the
is the
boxes.
entire plan,
Boom.
follow it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that concerns me though. And this chapter made this really clear to me. The president in essence took the plan and he ran the whole thing, because guess which role they did not fill last year? The community builder.
Mm.
Their membership committee didn't have a community builder, and it's the community builder's job is to run and plan this and run it and keep the goals in front of the chapter. And because they didn't have one, it didn't get run by committee. It got one person did all the work, and he goes, it was exhausting for one
I
person.
bet.
to do
Yeah.
work.
Good on the
So-
president for taking it on.
But he said to
But-
as they were selecting their he goes, we will have a community builder on our membership committee moving forward.
Yeah, I
Like,
bet.
because that committee can work as a committee, right?
Yeah.
Versus one person. So it does require a lot of work if
Yeah.
you're doing it well.
So for the members, it is time to start planning and holding visitor days, like properly done visitor days. Not we're having a visitor day in 2 weeks. Here we go. That's not enough time. It's not enough time to do the pieces that are needed. There's a
Right.
process for a reason, but now's the right time to do it. And the value to a chapter is huge. It has a
Absolutely.
ripple effect, and it's not just visitors day, but it's after that. And some of the outcomes of it are not only do you grow, say membership of your chapter, members make more money, but they're also buyers, they'll recommend of the products and services that your chapter members sell.
And they may send people to your chapter.
Yeah, the good
I
refers.
visited this group, you should go.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's a win-win for everybody. And it's exciting. I can't tell you how excited I was to be at the 2 meetings yesterday. Keystone Lunch and Lunch Bunch both did really good visitor days.
The lunch bunch.
The Lunch Bunch.
I like that. All right. So, reach out to your support team, whether it's director consultants, area directors, member consultants, whatever you call them, reach out to them and get guidance from them as well. Because you don't have to do it alone. And if you
Correct.
don't know what we're talking about with this 6-week program, and you may not, that's okay. Reach out to them and they will help get you the information that you need.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So go out there, rock it, invite visitors, invite people, and that's all for us. Till next time, Hazel Walker.
See you then, if I get back
Bye.
from bug tussle.
Oh, watch out, man. Watch out. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.